Welcome, welcome, welcome to Triptychs Live, the middle panel. I'm Miss Berryhill, and today we're going to be doing our middle triptych panel. I'm so glad to see you here. Hello for all of you who are here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing for our middle panel. Hello, hello, hello. So we have here an awkward angle, apparently. My webcam is like, meh, I don't feel like, being where you want me to be. All right, so here we have our beginning, middle, and end. So last time we did our beginning, and we did it with watercolor. Now, I am not beholden to doing watercolor for all of my panels. If you remember last time, I kind of forgot to make it snowy. So we took some white paint and just kind of like had at. So that was the beginning panel. You can see that I used my last rough draft for my beginning panel for my final draft. And now we're looking at our middle. So if you take a look at these three, the sentence that I used for my middle is, Hans plots to kill Elsa and Anna saves her. So if you've seen Frozen, spoilers, then you'll know that Anna was dying and she was going to get true love's kiss from Kristoff. And then, but she decided to save Elsa. Hello, Lula. Good to see you. Lula says hello. She decides to save Elsa instead, gets turned to ice, and then eventually in the end, her act of true love towards her sister saved her, which is awesome. Yay, true love! Yay, non-romantic love! Woo! Speaking as somebody who is Demi, non-romantic love is very important to me as well. So here are my three possibilities, and I'm kind of curious what y'all think I should do for this middle one. I'm not 100% sure which one I want to do. So in this first one, we have Hans. He's got his little dagger thing and his jerk little swooshy toupee doodad over there. And we've got Anna, who's facing away, who is saving Elsa, and in the background we have like Arendelle, and we have a ship, and we have Olaf for some reason over here. Then in my second draft, I changed the perspective, and I actually kind of like my second draft a little bit better than this one because Elsa's here, and then so we see the back of Elsa's head, but you can definitely see Anna's like, wait, and Anna has her kind of like hands out. And then Hans is like, you guys might not know that. You might be too young for that. The murderer in the shower scene. Never mind. And then we've got Kristoff and Sven who are over here like, what? But, over here, true love and stuff. And then in my third draft, I looked up what the end panel for Among Us looks like when somebody gets murdered. And so Hans is over here, and then Anna's like, no, and Elsa's like, ah, and it's got that little reddish fire thing. So we've got a few possibilities here. Looking at this, I really wanted to do this one, but the problem is that it won't translate very well to a landscape, so or a portrait. So little art tip here. This is called portrait style when the long side is going up, and then landscape is when it is going side to side. Now, if I were to do this last one over here, it would be perfect for if it was landscape. Because then you'd have this nice, long, kind of like ribbony, fiery looking thing. But unfortunately, since I did my other final draft in portrait style, I definitely want to keep it as a portrait style. And that's kind of like the style of triptychs anyway. So if I did do this, I'd have to add some sort of like background or figure it out somehow. Which if I'm not going to do that one, it leaves me with this one. If you have any advice or opinions, please drop it into the comments. Little Lula said we got to leave that true love aside, right? Yeah, so if anybody has any suggestions for me about which one of these to use, if nobody else has a suggestion, I'm probably going to use this middle one. Honestly, I might incorporate elements of this. I'm not sure how that would look. Maybe I should make another rough draft of it, right? But let's take a look at what this looks like, because nobody's leaving a comment, so we're just going to go with this one. All right. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing. Now, as always, we're going to be using a pencil first. I lost my mechanical pencil, and I am so sad, which means that I'm going to have to use a regular pencil, but I don't have a sharpener. So this is going to be an adventure. And by adventure, I don't mean the fun kind where we go and sing songs in the forest with our woodland creatures. We're going to figure it out, though. Excuse me. All right, so according to my past thing, we've got, oh, and also I actually shortened this one from last time, so that means that I should shorten this one as well, or I can shorten the last one. Actually, I think I'll just shorten this one and the last one. This one can be full size because it's the climax. Hello! Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad that you like. We are doing our middle triptych. So we're going to start by doing our foreground. And again, when I was in middle school, I typically shied away from doing really big objects in the foreground or big objects in my sketchbook. If I were in middle school, I'd be like making this whole thing. Like I'd make a tiny little Elsa here and then a tiny little Hans here and then a tiny little, but I need to start, I realized that I needed to start really embracing these big objects and embracing size as I went. And because this is the back, oh, excuse me. Sounds like I need something to drink. No, Miss Berryhill doesn't have a caffeine problem. That's not what this means. Moving on. So because this is the back of Elsa's head, and because we used braids in the last one to identify Elsa, we're going to go ahead and use a braid to identify her again. Because yes, I know she had like her hair out and she went swoosh. She had her hair flowing in the wind. But it's kind of hard. Excuse me. It's kind of hard to show that development here. Goodness gracious. Slurp a slurp. Hope nobody has misophonia. Anyways, so we're going to use this as Elsa. Another thing that we can do to show that this is Elsa is by using the similar coloration for her hair. So we'll leave it at that. So let's see. So we're using this one. So now we've got Hans and Anna here. And Anna isn't going to be as big as Elsa because she's farther back. And then Hans is a little bit farther back. This is really going to be our background back there. So let's see how we can put them into the midground. So, oh, thank you for asking if I'm okay. I think so. Something got stuck in my throat. Oh, all right. Hello. Hey, Jalicia, how's it going? All right, so we've got to make Anna all like, wait, no. Womp womp. Yeah, because not everybody wants to put their name. So Jalicia asked who Lula was, and not everybody wants to put their name in online because we've all been told since we were little that can be dangerous. So like totally fine. I have a gamer tag as well. If you ever see Arvelous online in like the Steam store or in Steam or in Among Us or anything, Arvelous is my gamer tag, and that's how like people don't know who I am. So I'm actually gonna make Anna's expression, little Among Us expression, a little worried. Right there. I'm treating her as if she has two eyebrows. Shh. If it works, it works. And she has her little bangs because Anna has her bangs. We're gonna give her her little pigtails. Hello. And we're gonna put them straight out, kind of like blowing in the wind. Kim says, "Vroom vroom vroom brown vroom." That is such good advice, because Anna has brown hair, brownish, orangish hair. So thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear that everybody's doing well. Hands. Oh gosh, hands. Hands are really difficult. I don't know if y'all have tried to make hands before. They're not easy. Hands are usually one of the things that artists are like over. Not gonna lie. So my hands aren't gonna look like fantabulous, but they're gonna be there, and that's what matters. So if you look at a hand, the reason why I'm doing this kind of curve right here is because if you look at a hand, you have a curve here, and then you have your knuckles right here. So you'd have another curve here, and then a curve here. So really there are 3 curves to your hands. 1, 2, 3. Now I am doing a fairly simplified version of this. So really you can break up a hand into a square or a rectangle right there. And then you can make this little curve gesture for the fingers and then make the fingers along that, right? And if you want to, you can make the curve. So if I have it here, it's this little curve. If I have it here, it's a much wider curve. So here I'm going to make a pretty wide curve and put her little fingerlings, as my partner and I call them, little fingerlings out here, and then her little thumb there. These two look very different, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase that. Of course, I'm just gonna ink it later. By the way, does anybody have any suggestions about what material I should use, or what? Yeah, I'm just gonna erase it and do it the other way. What medium should I use for this? Should I use watercolor again? Should I use ink? I've never used ink before. I've used like markers and stuff, but I have this acrylic ink stuff that works kind of like paint, but isn't. So I could use that. I could use, oh gosh, what else could I use? I guess I could use acrylic paint if I wanted to. Watercolor and ink is what I'm hearing. Ooh, maybe I try to combine the two, make it a mixed media. Sounds like a challenge. Hello, Livy. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. We are just getting going on our penciling. I lost my mechanical pencil, so it's not as precise as I'd like it, but that's okay. We use what we got, right? All right, so now we look at, let's see. Oh, hands. What's his name? Hans. Hand is, I don't know. He's a jerk. We don't like him. All right, so he's got to be here, over here, like, So we're going to make him over there, and we're also going to treat him like he has 2 eyebrows, which he doesn't. And I'm going to make him a little bit smaller because he's a little bit farther away. I might even make him like much smaller just to make it dynamic. Yeah. Your baby's not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. Are you babysitting? Let's see. We're gonna give him the jerk toupee look. These little boy band looking bangs. Although I might have misdone this because I actually want the middle of his head to be right here because he's looking this way. He's not exactly looking forward. He's looking a little to the side. So I'm going to make those bangs copy that. You totally did, Livy. I didn't know if you would want anybody knowing, but Livy is the I've said in my videos that Livy, that one of my students inspired me to do Among Us, and it is Livy who inspired me. Thank you for inspiring me. This is all your fault. All right. So does that look menacing enough? Does that expression look menacing? Grr. All right, let's see. Holding knife up. So I'm looking up a reference for holding a knife up. I'm seeing a lot of, why is it all women who are, I'm looking at Google, and I'm seeing that it's all women who are like looking really creepy with their knives, like, so that's odd. I have no idea why that is. Huh. I would have thought that it'd be, yeah, anyway. All right. So we're going to have him holding his knife. His knife is going to be up. He's going to be holding it. So we're going to make his knife here, and then the sharp side is usually the curved side, because that way you can cut into whatever you're trying to cut into. Let's see. If I'm holding it like this, and the knife's like that. I'm holding it like this. Then that means that my knuckles are going to be on top, and I'm going to be going in towards my body. So that means that his knuckles are going to be actually coming down this way. So his hand is actually going to be coming down this way. And that's how he would hold it. And granted, it's Among Us, so like, I don't know how much realism we're actually going for here. But we're gonna do our best. Oh man, okay, so y'all are young. There's a horror movie where, if you've ever seen in cartoons or something, somebody pulls back the shower curtain and they scream, and somebody's there with a knife, and it goes It's from a very old horror movie. And that is why I keep saying that, because he's holding a knife and it's like a horror movie and stuff. So that's why, in case you were wondering. Your hand needs to be smaller. And the knife's going to be like this. Your hand is going to be like this, holding it. And, you know, given that he doesn't have an arm, because usually there would be some sort of like arm there that would make sense. But since this is Among Us and they don't have arms, I don't know how this is going to go. But we're just going to call it good. We're just going to call it good. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So we have our foreground. We have our midground. Two parts of midground. And Hands is over here doing his little murdering over here. And he's a little bit behind Anna as well, because I wanted to make sure that you knew that he is behind her. And then then we have our ship in the background. So let's take a look at a ship. So again, no matter who you are or how long you've been drawing, oftentimes you will still use references. So when I'm saying, like, let's look up a ship, I'm literally going on Google image search, being like, what does a ship look like? So I'm going to use that as our background, because if you remember, there were a bunch of ships like wasted into the ice. It was like kind of there. Oh no, it's a little break. Hey, blinds, could you not? Come on. All right, is that better? Can everybody still see? It's really funny how how light works with cameras, because I'm in almost a completely dark room and it's still too light out. All right, so let's take a look. And Livy, it was an amazing idea to take your advice, and it worked out really well for me. So thank you. Thank you for the idea. All right. So I'm going to put a little like stripe on here because I can. But because it's in our background, we're not going to want very much like, we're not going to want a lot of detail. So I'm going to leave this this pretty undetailed, nondescript. Here's a sail. You know, maybe I'll have another sail over here, but again, we're not going to be trying to put a lot of detail into this. And maybe I'll make. Let's take a look at our. Let's take a look at our rough drafts and see what parts we want to bring in, because I used a ship in both of these two, and I think I'm gonna put Kristoff and Sven over here, going like, but Anna, I love you. I don't want you to die. But I really like that the castle is in the background. So either over here, I can either put the castle in the way background or more ships. Put in the comments, do you think I should put a castle in the background or more ships in the background? And this time I will make sure that the castle is actually snow covered. Yeah, because, you know, mistakes were made. Thanks, Lula. Thank you. What do you think? What do you guys think? Should I put a castle in the background or should I put more ships? Boats. Boats. Excellent. The audience has spoken. Oh, guess what I found? Yay! I found my mechanical pencil. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, who knew I could love a mechanical pencil so much? All right. Let's look up sailboats. Sailboat. So I can make them. Thank you for the congratulations. I'm so happy that I found it. All right. Little did I know I would be so happy to find my mechanical pencil. Who knew? Boats and a little castle in the back. So we could do both, actually. So I'm going to have... So there's an ice over here, and I'm going to have the ice back here as well. And we'll have this little ship that's stuck in the ice. Let's have it like this. No, that's too big. I want it teeny tiny. Doo-doo-doo. Oh no, we're stuck in the ice. Ah, help us, help us. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So there's that. And then maybe we'll do another one way back here. Maybe kind of like more sails or something like that. Lots of little ships. And then we can do the castle in the back. So we'll do a very, very faint castle. Now I'm going to look at my other one to see how I did this castle. Shall we? I did the castle as 3 little towers. So I'm going to make this in the way background. So 3 little towers. It's probably going to be closer than that together. 3 little towers with little hats and a wall. And I'm going to make the wall go down like that. All right. All right. What if there needs to be a castle so little you can barely see it? So that's kind of what I'm going for, is a little castle so small, such small. All right. And then, but there's all this space here. What do I do with this space? I could make this a little bit bigger to take up more of this space. Because previously I'd had Sven and I almost said Sven Noli. Sven and Kristoff over here. I could put them over here, but I feel like that breaks the line of sight. Because right now, when you look at this, you look from here all the way back to here. So this is the way that our eyes are being trained to look, right? There isn't really a reason that we would go like from here to here. I think that would break up the focus. So we want something kind of nondescript over here. So I might make this a little bit bigger. over here and maybe a little bit closer. An Easter egg, maybe. Ooh, what kind of Easter egg could we put in here? Like a BCMS, kind of like Battle Creek BCMS sort of Easter egg. Something that only we would really know about. Any ideas? I guess like the most BCMS thing is a panther. Or maybe we could put like a little panther in here that only we know about. There's a little panther right there as an Easter egg. All right, on to Christoph. Use your colors. Yeah, what colors are BCMS? Do you guys remember? Isn't it like black and gold and blue? All right, I'm going to make Christoph crying over here because he's sad that his lady love is getting killed. And then Sven over here can be crying as well because he misses his carrot or something. I don't know. And then we're going to put Sven's stuff right here. Yellow, not gold. I think it is technically yellow. And a little white. Yeah, those are kind of like the colors. I like saying that it's gold, personally. I don't know. But that's just me. All right. So we have all of these elements. We've got our focus, we've got our foreground, midground, midgroundish to background. We've got background over here. I'm probably going to add like little icy crags within my my like coloration. All right. So let's see. Use BCMS colors as the flags for the ships. Oh, that's such a good idea. We'll make the little flag right here that color. And we'll put another flag over here. And we'll make those BCMS colored. All right. So we have our Elsa, our Anna, our Hans, our Christoph and Sven. It's not the best of compositions, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I like that it goes all the way here and that the eye is drawn from the bottom left side to the top right side, which is how we read in English typically. So, and we have a good focus here with Anna. So I think it's time for us to start looking at our inks and our watercolors. So let's take a look at, where is my watercolor? It's over here. All right. I have not cleaned out my watercolor palette case thing. So we're going to have to do that eventually. But we'll make do with what we have right now. So let's take a look. First, before we do watercolor, though, I do need to outline it. Now, I said this yesterday that I typically outline with these kind of artist pens that I have, and you have to make sure that they're, waterproof if you're going to be using them with watercolor. So I typically make sure that it's waterproof. You can, I picked it up again. This one. Up. Here's the camera. Come on, right there. This one. This little nuisance of a pen. I need to find something to do with it because it is water-based pigment. I know that it's not zooming. It's not like focusing, but like it's water-based pigment. And every time I try to use it, I'm like, oh no, it's going to run. It's not going to help. So it's called mono drawing pen. So this is something that you could use if you were doing like just a marker based art drawing, or if you wanted it to look that way. So for example, if I were to draw, do I have anything on the back of this? Yes, I do, but that's okay. So if I were to draw a heart with this little water-based pen, and I wanted it to look kind of like runny and stuff, I could take my brush and wet it, and that's all that color. So like it would muddy up my drawing significantly. Maybe not in a bad way. Maybe sometime I will use this as my pen. Or if you all think that it would work for one of the places here, let me know and I'll use it. I'll figure it out. I'll try. Oh, oops. Oh well. Okay, I will try to use it and I will do my best. So y'all should tell me if I should use this somewhere on here so that it looks kind of like runnier and kind of messy. Never not use ink because it's going to mess it up. So yeah, so I could use it, maybe not for this one, since it sounds like y'all are like, nah. Where's my 0.5? I need a 0.5, which is also the F in fine for our Faber-Castells, or it's close enough. Now this one, I know it's not going to focus, but this one says India ink and waterproof, which means that it will work much better. Maybe use it under the ship for shading. That is a great idea. So you know what I'm going to do then? I'm going to use this for the underside and for my ice that I am planning on using. So I'm going to use it right where the ice is and try to see if that works out for us. So I'll use this for where the ice is. So we'll see how that works. Yay, experimentation. And then going ahead and using my regular India ink pen, waterproof, for the rest of it. So yeah, y'all got any questions or something that I should do that I forgot about? Like, you know, remembering that the whole point of the movie was that Elsa iced Arendelle. I'm never going to live that down. I'm never going to let myself live that down. That was hilarious. Oh, what you going to do? Yeah. So out of curiosity, oh, Lula says nope. No questions or anything like that. Out of curiosity, what is your favorite medium to use? Like, I've been using a lot of watercolor. I really like using chalk pastel too. Does anybody have a favorite medium that they like to use? Like colored pencils, crayons, anything? What you gonna do when they come for you? So that is my question for you, is do you have a favorite medium? I really love to use cardboard, and I love to use chalk pastel, especially with cardboard. That is some of my favorites. Y'all, if y'all are hopeless, what hope is there left for me? Like, just saying. You might be the ones who typed it, but I'm the one who sang it. So all my my viewers are saying like that they're hopeless, and I don't think I have much hope if they're hopeless. Just saying. All right, so here's Hans's weird Among Us hand. And then we've got Kristoff and Sven crying. I might use a smaller ink for the tears, a smaller nib. because right now I'm using a 0.5 and I think, or a fine, and I think that what I'm going to need is something much, much smaller for that kind of amount of detail. Let's see, let's get this while I'm here, and then let's get a smaller one. You're not smaller. Where's my smaller one? There you are. A 0.2. If you see it. Livy says, I bet in your old sketchbooks you have math or reading in it. I absolutely do. In my old sketchbooks, I have like church sermon notes. I have like math. I have social studies. I have like psychology notes from like when I was in college. Let's see, what other fine details do I need to do? I think I'm going to do these boats with the fine marker as well. I have so many random things in my old notebooks. It is quite a sight to behold. It's just random snippets of my life, you know? Because if you carry around a notebook a bunch, then whatever you need it for, you use it for, you know? All right. And then we're going to use it for our little panther here. I'm sorry if my hair is getting in the way or if I'm trying to like get too close to the page. This is only my second live, like YouTube living thing. So have mercy on me. There's our little panther dude or dudette. What have you. And then gonna do this and we're gonna color in. The nice thing about using ink is that if there's a part that's supposed to be black, you can just color it in. Especially little bits and pieces of it. What else didn't I get? Over here. This whole ship. The whole ship. Livy is of the opinion that if it doesn't have any school stuff in it, it's not a sketchbook. I find that very funny. It's funny because I'm in college for because I'm a lifelong learner, but my college right now is art. So technically all of my sketchbooks have school stuff in it because I'm learning more art. So no matter what, you wouldn't be able to tell, but that is still my schoolwork. All right. Here we go. Yay! All right, now here comes the erasering, because as we learned yesterday, if you go ahead and watercolor or ink when there's still pencil on the page, then it kind of stays and it gets really messy. And if that's the look that you're going for, that's totally fine. But if you do it this way, it looks like a blank canvas for like it was a coloring page or something like that, which I totally love. I love thinking that I've made my own coloring book, you know. After so long of looking at coloring books and wishing that I could draw like that, I've practiced to the point where I'm close. I'm not there, but I'm close. I'm getting there. I do teach you art while I learn art. I am a lifelong teacher, so I'm always learning. Like last year, I went to the Somali Museum. You know, before COVID, I went to the Somali Museum, and I had the grandmothers taught me how to do Somali finger weaving. And so I now know how to do Somali finger weaving, and that's not something that every art teacher knows how to do, right? It is a skill that I learned from other skilled artists from around the world, and I think that that's super fun and super cool and unique. No, it didn't come off as rude. Typically, like things that are I don't get offended that easily. Like people, I'm okay with people guessing my age. I'm okay with people calling me old. I mean, I am Babushka Berryhill after all. So, all right, let's see how that water-based pigment turns out with the ice. Let's see how that turns out. Actually, not gonna lie, I kind of like how that looks. Y'all, I was wrong. I should have been using this all along. This looks pretty nice. Like, I like how subtle that is. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks good? I think that looks pretty swank. I didn't take you with you. Oh, girl, you're how was I supposed to last year? Did you know me last year? No. At some point, I'd love to have the grandmothers come to BCMS to teach. I would love that. But for right now, we're kind of stuck because, you know, COVID. All right. And if I find that the pigment is too thick, then I just add more water. All right. I think that worked really well. That was a great idea, Livy. I think that was a fantastic idea. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more of that out here. Just a little bit. We're gonna, and that's nice so that it's not just white. You know, even snow has the way that you can tell that there's snow on the ground in pictures is that it has a little bit of coloration, right? Just a little bit. And this isn't like the best coloration, but it's there. It's something. I tried something new, and that's what counts. Livy, you are correct. You have such good instincts when it comes to this. Nice work. All right. So y'all said to use ink, and how to use ink. So I've got some like ink markers. I've got the liquid ink that I haven't played with before. What do you think? Markers or liquid ink? I haven't played with this stuff before, so I'm a little nervous using it, but I can try it if you want me to. What do you think? Y'all, all of you have a big brain. I can tell. So, markers or liquid ink? What do you think? Markers or liquid ink? You have to wait 12 to 24 to let it set. So no. For the liquid ink, I mean, if you're going to be like taking it somewhere, then yes. But the thing is, like, I don't have to bring it anywhere. While y'all decide if I should be using markers or marker. Livy says marker. We're going with marker. All right. So let's see what colors I have. I don't have very many, so it's not going to be a huge array of markers. I've got a lot of grays, which is nice. A lot of grays. So let's see. I think what I'll do is use the grays to continue with the snow and the definition on the snow. This one seems to be kind of out of ink, so we're not going to use that one. Never mind. Let's go with this one and see if it has any better luck. Let's see, I can use, it's Copic too, so that's not bad. I don't know if I like the markers that much, but we're still going to try it, especially with the snow. So I'm going to add, let's add shadows with the snow. So I'm just going to add a little bit of a cartoony shadow to all of them a little bit. And all of this is actually in shadow back here. I do. I actually got them as a gift in a art subscription. And that's why I don't have very many, is because it was a randomized art selection of supplies and such. So that's why it's not super, I don't have a lot, but I have some. So I use that for that. Let's see. The problem is I can't use markers for everything because I haven't, like, I don't have any. Oh, well, actually. All right. So we're going to use these. I forgot that I had these. We'll just go with markers as much as I can. Thanks for y'all who are sticking around. I see that I have 4 viewers, and I super appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. So let's see. I think I'm going to go with the idea yesterday of adding texture to the hair to show that definition of and that those details because she's close up. And I think that's actually going to be easier with these markers. So I'm going to add my lights because you're always going to want to do lights first. And knowing that it's the sun's coming from this way, right? So the sun's coming from this way, and so it's going to be darker this way. That I showed that with the marker or with the shadows and everything, and so everything's going to be shaded this way. So I'm going to add some more shading back here more than in the front. I'm probably going to add swoops like this. And again, I know that there's a way to do like fancy braiding sort of looks and stuff, and like so that it actually looks like a braid, but like this is good enough for me right now, personally. And then I'm going to use another also light shade of blue. Ooh, that's not light. That's not light at all. Very sparingly, I'll use this to give definition. Very sparingly, meaning I'm not going to use a ton of it. I am going to go very light on this color because it is darker than I expected it to be. So, but that's turning out all right, you know? What do y'all think? Is it turning out all right with the dark color? Ooh. Again, I said I'd try something new. I haven't done a lot with markers, so this is stretching me as an artist. So I appreciate you helping me stretch as an artist, but it's nerve-wracking. Oh, it's because it's the darker side. Golly gee willikers. Well, there's that. All right, I'm just going to keep blending this in. Golly gee willikers. Does anybody ever say that anymore? Golly gee willikers? Also, Livy, if multiple people are saying that you have good ideas for art, they can't all be lying. Like, let's talk about, like, if I said that you're good at art and somebody else from a completely different school also said that you're good at art, like, what are the chances that all of us are lying? Livy had said that it feels like everybody who says that I am good at art is lying, and I just don't see how that is possible. Just saying. That doesn't seem plausible. All right. Also, I think what I'm going to do is also add some shadow over here. There we go. Yeah. 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 That doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Now let's see. I know that for Anna's eye, I used a greenish brown. I don't know if I have a greenish brown, but I have green and I have brown. So we'll see what we can make of that. Sure, let's try it. So what we're gonna do is add green. Oh, this is a pretty foresty green, actually. This is very. Hey, I got lucky. Look at me. I got lucky. This is the perfect color for Anna's eyes. Oh, Miss Berryhill lucked out. All right. Livy says they must all know each other, and that is not true. So like, you better get used to the fact that you're good at art or something. I don't know, but you gotta figure that out. All right, I'm actually going to check on this page what color that is, because that is not the color that I want for Anna's outfit, because her outfit was kind of pinkish, and that's it's close. It's not close enough for me, but it's close. Let's take a look. What other colors do I have? I've got this one. Yeah, much better. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use the chisel this time. And this is the thing that always makes me nervous about marker, is getting those like overlap lines. I haven't technically learned how to deal with that yet, but we're gonna learn on the fly. It's gonna be fine, right? It's gonna be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll look fine. Okay. Maybe I'll see if I can get a blender pen or something. Let's see. Yeah, learning a new skill right on live YouTube. Every person's fantasy and dream is to be learning a completely new skill while live on YouTube for all of the world to see. I gotta say, it's one way to do it. Oh, we'll see. All right. Hey, who knows? Maybe this will be my new favorite medium. I doubt it, but that's okay. Even if it's not going to be our favorite, we still need to try and practice new things. I know a lot of people really, really like using like markers and stuff. So it's just not my jam. I haven't done very much of it. So let's see. Flex, says Lula. I'm flexing my my artist like muscles and such. I'm trying out new things. I am learning. I am also seeing that I do not have any blender markers, so we're just gonna have to be okay with that. It's fine. Let's see if the brush will help us a little bit. I don't want to make her too dark. That's the problem. I don't want to make her like purple. So I think that's just gonna have to be good. I wonder if water would help. Will water help? It's just making her darker again. I don't think water is going to help, but I could try it. I don't know. I haven't tried water with ink. We did say we were going to do watercolor too. So like, is it picking up any of the color? Nope. Oh, well. I did my best and I tried. I don't think in high level for that. I always wanted some of those Hoo and Copic markers. Yeah, again, I only have like 2. So it's not like I'm flush with super high quality markers or anything. I just have my random 2. I think for her hands I need to do this color too. This was the color that I was using, right? I think. Was this the color that I was using? Yeah. Yeah. It's called lavender. This is the color I used for Espeon when I drew Espeon. Not gonna lie. Oh, bother. I got it all over the place. That's okay. Again, if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I'm not like super, super concerned. What fun is art if you have to be perfect? Art is messy. Art is exploration. Art is fun. Like if I had to be perfect in art, I wouldn't be an art teacher. That's for sure. that would not have been what I did for my living. Oh no, Livy, these are not like $60 to $100. Absolutely not. Not these ones. These are like $4, I think. These are not that expensive. Trust and believe. I would not have them if they were that expensive. All right, let's see what color this is. I kind of want something more orangey for her hair. Tell you what I'll do. I'll do this, and then I'll do orange on top of it from with watercolor. And we'll see what that looks like. I probably should have tried it out before I made her just completely blonde. That should have been something that I thought of before I just started using the marker. But you know, we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep rolling along. That is what this is all about, is exploration, trying out new things, and if something goes wrong, using it to your best advantage. So let's see. Let's try this. I need a little bit smaller of a paintbrush. There we go. Let's see. Let's use a little orange. See what happens. What do y'all think? Does this look kind of orange brown like yesterday? Oh man, her purple and her green eye make her look like Barney the dinosaur. Not gonna lie. Anna the purple dinosaur. Oh, that's sad. Oh, Anna, what have I done to you? Okay. Oh, for 30 markers? I'm not sure, Libby. Libby's saying that it's like $60 to $100 for 30 markers. I actually have no idea. All right. How is this taking longer than my watercolor? Oh, it's because I'm new at this. All right. Hans. What's his bucket? What color do we use for him? We used red for him. I do not have any like nice red markers. So we're just going to go ahead with watercolor on this one. Probably. Yeah, let's just go with watercolor on this one. I'm going to take some red. It's only for today. Only for today. Gonna take some red. Gonna take some red. Open up the gates. For the first time in this drawing, I actually know how to use the material. And the first time in this drawing, I feel confident that the color will come out right. 'Cause I have used watercolor an awful lot. And the first time in this drawing, I know about a lot. The slot, this stuff. I don't know. I kind of petered out there. That's fine. All right. I think I left his little eye clean. So actually what I'll do is use the water-based pigment, and then I will go over it with it later. There we go. And his little hair was brown. So we're just going to do a little brown. Brown. Boring brown. Although this brown is also what I'm going to use for Sven. So sorry if my hair is getting in the way. Hi, Kahari. How are you? Hope that you're doing well. We're trying out ink today. It's going terribly. Woo! Learning new skills. Woo! Oh no, I forgot to do his hand in red too. Ah. All right. Let's see. Red. For the second time in this drawing. Oh, I made his hand too red. Here. Doo-doo. Fixed it. Ish. And spread it somewhere it wasn't supposed to go. Okay. Kara, I'm glad you are good. I'm doing. It's fine. I totally know what I'm doing. I've got this. Anna has not turned out like a purple dinosaur like Barney. Absolutely not. Does not look like Barney whatsoever. That is not what Anna looks like. It's fine. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. All right, let's look at the boats in the back. I think with the boats in the back, I'm going to do a pretty general wash of color. I am going to use watercolor for this part because it's not supposed to be very detailed. And I think that backgrounds, because they're not very detailed, they're more washed out, it's a really good time to make use of the watercolors and kind of like that faded feeling of watercolors. Oh my gosh, emoji storm. Everybody take cover. All right. Also, if I do a really washed out background in front of Sven and Kristoff, then it helps them to pop out a little bit more. Just a little, at least a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Live long and prosper. As I see in my, my students might be more dorks than I gave them credit for. I am such a geek. I'm such a dweeb. I've been watching Star Trek Next Generation for a lot of quarantine, and I love it personally. So I'm a dweeb. Welcome. All right. And I think for the sails, we're going to do a very washed out black. I'm literally going to put a little bit of black there and then grab more water so that it can be as washed out as absolutely possible and as gray as absolutely possible. We're going to do it again over here. And if you put too much down, you can always take like a paper towel or a napkin or a tissue or something and fix it. All right. And we're gonna make the sky dark bluish, I think. So I'm actually gonna add blue to that black that I just added because there's a storm going on because Elsa made it snow. I almost said made it rain. That's not what Elsa did. Elsa did not make it rain. But she made it stormy. And so I'm gonna add that kind of like storm cloud. Like the one with the half cyborg and the girl alien. Oh, like you mean in Star Trek? Or are you talking about Teen Titans Go? Teen Titans Go definitely has alien chicks and cyborgs and such. I love Cyborg. He's so good. Just saying. She made it rain with the money. I actually don't know what show we're talking about right now. So I'm sorry if I don't know. Let's do these ships. So we said that we were going to make these BCMS colors. So I'm going to make this one blue. And then we're going to make this one yellow. And that one can be white. All right. Next. Oh, we need to do Hans's like color wash. So I used a water-based pigment on his eye so that I could maybe push it around a little bit with my water. And you can see that it's making it a little bit more gray. It's not doing a whole ton like I've previously thought that it did. I previously thought that it just ruined everything that it touched, but that is not the case. So that's nice. So I need to do Kristoff and Sven, and then I'm probably going to make Anna's lines thicker. I'm going to use a thicker marker on that. Livy, I know that it is past 2:30, and I was going to meet with you at 2:30. I hope it's all right with you if I finish this up first. All right, we're going to use this for, let's see. Yeah. So for Sven, I used brown here, and then I did a little bit of a wash for his antlers. And we're going to use blue for the tears because Anna's dying. Boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, wow, that turned out black. That's fine. It's fine, right? Let's see if we can use a smaller, lighter blue on Kristoff. Yeah, it's close enough. Kristoff's hat was green, like that dark green that's going to match her eyes. Where did that dark green go? The Barney green. Where did it go? I had it somewhere. I might have misplaced. There it is. Okay. Here we go. So, boo-hoo-hoo. My girlfriend's dying and she's not even my girlfriend. Ah, my true love that I didn't know was my true love. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and use the green and brown that we did from yesterday for Kristoff. Just a little bit. 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 R-E-S-P-C-T. God, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm singing. Y'all, it's been a long week. Anybody else had a long week? Or has the week flown by for you? What do you think? Has it been a long week or has it flown by like nobody's business? Oh, that's way too dark, but we can fix that with our handy dandy. What's it called? What is this called? Paper towel. Yay! It's close enough. All right. And then we just need to make the lines a little bit thicker. So let's see. I actually might use a brush. So this is what we call a brush pen. If you see, it has a little B on it. So I'm going to go ahead and make these lines a lot thicker. A, because she's got really dark colors that are kind of like washing out her lines. And B, because she is our main focus. You can see with the brush, you get this nice like brushed feel, kind of like I'm using a paintbrush. So with a brush pen, it can look from thick to thin like that, whereas with regular pens, it's just a consistent line. So with her, I'm actually pretty much choosing to just go ahead and lean into this really dark, thick lines, which means that I'm probably going to have to go through other people's lines and darken them up a little bit, but that's okay. I am okay with doing that because of the dark colors that Anna has had in this. Typically unless you have really soft stuff like this is really soft, light coloring, you're going to have at least a little bit more of a thick outline for your character if they include really dark coloration. Barney would have to have very thick lines, just like Anna. Do y'all even know who Barney is? Like, are you familiar with the term Barney? Are people familiar with the term Barney? I'm sorry, Livy, that Livy says that no work getting done is kind of the theme of the week, which is unfortunate. Gonna go ahead and do his lines too, because his hair turned out to be pretty dark, and I want him to be kind of like evened out with Anna in terms of line work. Let's see. And then I might go ahead and just give Elsa a little bit more line. Yeah. Yeah. All right, before I call it good, am I missing anything? Y'all are going to have to tell me because I might not be able to tell if I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I feel like I need this to be a little bit thicker. This was way thick. My bad. I can also fix that though with my white out. let's see. Let's see if this works. So I used this yesterday to add the snow back. I might use it today as a little bit of a correction. So you can still see it's gray in that line, but it doesn't look nearly as thick as I made it. So I can use that as a little fixer-upper. We'll fix them up with you. Boo. Y'all, I watched Frozen because of this project. So, like, I'm sorry I keep breaking into Frozen songs. It's not going to stop for my live stream, which I'll probably do tomorrow. Just have a lookout in case you wanted to join me for my next live stream. It's probably going to be tomorrow. But I think that's it. I have to remember to do my signature, which I always do. I'm probably going to put it over here this time. HBB, and then the year 21. And I think that's the long and short of it, y'all. That is my my middle panel. Libby says, oh, for all your classes, when you show the art, you can say you find the Easter egg. That's right. We have our little dudette there. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to just a little bit of. Here's the Easter egg for all of our people at school. Yeah, we'll tell them to find the Easter egg. But thank you so much for coming and joining me for this. It's been a lot of fun. I really like doing these. And if you like them, go ahead and let me know in the comments that you would like to see more of these. If you didn't, you don't have to comment at all. Or you can email me with what you would like to see instead of what I'm doing right now. So I'm always open to constructive criticism. So it's really good to see you all. I hope to see you later. And I'm going to be signing off. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you later. Yes, we can still do it at 3. So 3 o'clock at BCMS Pink. For any of you who don't know, there is a little drawing club called Pink, BCMS Pink. And I'll see you there if you are a part of our school. Love you all. Stay, have fun, and stay curious.